pour a drink, and sit back and relax. This is the Scott Carty Party, featuring cocktails, a conversation, and a concert. And look who's here, your host, Scott Carty.
It's warm in here. Hey, welcome to episode 2 of the Scott Carty Party. Thank you all for being here. Episode 2 is kind of like my trophy, okay? And I really haven't had this much fun doing stuff since my kid got a trophy for doing absolutely nothing in soccer recently. And it's really an epidemic. He got a trophy because everyone on the team gets a trophy. So this really is my trophy, episode 2. So thank you for being here. I was going through some old boxes. I found really that this sad and scary trend of empty recognition did not start with my generation. It started with my parents' generation. And here is proof. Case in point, check out this. In 1989, I received the award for Outstanding Boy. This is an actual award, people. Outstanding Boy. So you didn't know that I actually had this. I have no idea what I was Outstanding Boy in, or for, or where I was outstanding. But the point is that your parents, they have caused this over-trophyitis-ness. Something that you should know tonight is that you are not just at any show with any host. You're at a show hosted by an outstanding boy. Okay? We're here in the beautiful gatevalve studio. What do you think? Huh? Really cool space. For those of you watching in the UK, Germany, Beverly Hills, Spanaway, Castle Rock. I'm looking at you, Castle Rock. We're in the Soto district of Seattle, and it's a great area because there's so much going on down here, and it's so exciting. And they have a Costco and a Home Depot. Both of them are here. A very attractive lady friend of mine revealed to me the other day that she loves the smell of Home Depot. And at first I thought, she's talking about sweaty plumbers. And then she said, no, it's the concrete and the paint and the lumber and the new carpet and maybe the little pesticides thrown in. I mean, who's turned on, huh? So I'm like, here, I've got Scott Carty, great idea number 147, and I'm going to start a new business, and we're going to launch Ode to Home Depot Cologne. Okay, it's going to have the essence of all those wonderful things. It'll be in a tiny paint can, atomizer, with a pocket flex hose as seen on TV. That will be how we will spray it. It's going to be big, don't you think? Ode to Home Depot? This is how big ideas get started. Costco, they are big on ideas. In fact, I have some things ready for you, but I was down there the other day because I got a rewards check for all my membership work that I do for them, my spending. It was $30, and I did not spend it on wipes or wine. Instead, I sat down at the $1.50 cafe on little plastic tables, and that is where I had kind of an epiphany. I had a chicken bake. And I realized that the Costco is really onto something with the chicken bake. It's genius, really. You think about it. It's not even $1.50. It's $2.99. That says something big about the Costco chicken bake. And to think that some person said at some point, you know what would be a good idea? A train going by. What would be a good idea is to take the leftover pizza dough and the leftover chicken Caesar salad, and the leftover Caesar salad dressing, and roll that up into the dough and bake it, because that would make a good meal. So now we have the chicken bake, $2.99 in 2016. You get 770 calories, okay? As the Caesar dressing squeezes out of that little dough hole at the end of the tube, as you're shoving it into your face with every single bite. It's delicious. So please respect the chicken bake. In fact, I brought chicken bakes for all of you tonight. Yep. Lauren is going to pass out. You get a chicken bake, and you get a chicken bake. Everyone gets a chicken bake. Everyone gets a chicken bake. I love Costco because they're so freaking smart. You think about it, the pharmacy at Costco is visible from the $1.50 cafe. So as you're having the chicken bake, you can go, gotta get my Lipitor, okay? And then you look at Costco, you get formula and diapers, you get chicken bakes and treadmills, you get Depends, and they even sell caskets. So really, they get you from all ends. It's genius. So as your host and outstanding boy tonight, I would like to thank you all for being here. Really a fun lineup tonight, some great guests. We have David Laird from the Balvenie Scotch Whiskey, single malt, one of my favorite little natural elixirs. We have Elisa Jaffe, is a damn fine journalist and a lovely, lovely woman. She'll probably say some really surly things about me. And a man with a voice who he could snuggle up to me and he could tell me that I'm not outstanding boy and I'd be just fine with it. Galen Disston of Pickwick. So have a drink, and a big thank you to Zach Van Loo from 107.7 The End on the turntables with his bass line. You're watching the Carty Party, episode 2. All right, welcome to the Carty Party, episode 2. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And we have a really great lineup. They didn't even clap. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Bunch of, you give them free drinks and they don't even clap. That was so Seattle passive aggressive of me. But it felt good.
Did it?
Inside.
It was pretty direct.
It was direct. Don't get started with me. We have a great panel tonight. We have Elisa Jaffe. She is a journalist with KOMO News, and I used to be her boss, and then I got tossed. So she's still there.
I am.
And that's why you're here.
That's right.
That's why we're
still there.
We're okay.
I'm one of the only ones, huh? Cheers, baby. Gotcha.
David Laird is an ambassador from the Balvenie Scotch Whiskey, a single malt, which is what we're sipping tonight.
Cheers.
It just glistens in the Seattle sunshine, doesn't it? And Galen Disston down there at the end, my pal from the Seattle band Pickwick, who, kind of guy who just makes me jealous every day, really.
Because he's cute.
I know he is.
Yeah.
Look at him.
You are.
Yeah.
I don't get cute.
I've tried
You're cute.
everything.
No, but
I get no cute. That's
I've tried
terrible.
everything with the hair. I've tried
true.
everything. I cannot manage to get it to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, you have that masculinity that we're all seeking.
No, you've got the accent. You've got the accent.
Up here now.
You don't.
Yeah.
Right? You're just the outstanding boy.
Yeah. I've got the hardware.
And,
We don't have trophies.
Yeah.
and I get cute. So
Yeah.
I'd take yours
Yeah.
any day. One day I hope to grow up into you.
I feel like if I just don't say anything, I can't go any further down from here. This is it. I've peaked. I've peaked right now.
It might be good for you, David, just to be very quiet.
I'm just going to sit here.
tonight. No, we want to start off really and find out what we're drinking. So that's kind of an important part of your role here tonight.
Yeah.
We were drinking the Balvenie. You brought a few different ones along for us, but tell us about it.
Yeah, so we did a couple of cocktails for you guys. Some Hendrick's Gin Negronis, and then we also did some Monkey Shoulder Boulevard AAs to give you a nice little mix-up. But now we're going to do a little taste of some Balvenie single malt. The whole idea of single malt whiskey is to kind of bring people together and have a good time and kind of slow down and relax and actually spend some time talking to each other. I see all these advertisements of vodkas and rums, they're all partying all the time. Scotch is a bit relaxing and talking to each other again. So
You can't
we brought some
understand what
whiskey
you're
together
saying.
so we can have a little talk together. So why not? This is Balvenie single malt for you.
And instead of cheers, what do we say? We say
Well, you gotta watch now. In Ireland, they like to say sláinte.
Lunch?
In Scotland, we say sláinte. You gotta put your shoulders back a little bit.
Okay.
And you toast like a Highlander. This is Speyside Scotch, so it's sláinte.
Lunch.
So, sláinte to you all.
it almost felt like Braveheart right there.
There you go.
Freedom!
Yeah, we're all masculine now. We're all masculine.
Thanks a lot.
But the story of the Balvenie, I know this is still held very closely with the family, and I mean generations of people. Even your master distiller David Stewart, he's now drinking stuff that he's bottled years ago.
Yeah, I mean it's a different level. I mean I work for a family which is completely different from most of the other Scotch distillers. I mean we've got 50-year-old whiskey at Balvenie. It costs a fortune. It's
why you didn't bring any.
$38,000 for one bottle.
What?
But we have One bottle.
And I fill it with that much ginger ale. So that's why I'm drinking wine. Like,
And I'm sure it was delicious.
oh my God.
But it really is different. I mean, the guy David Shue you were talking, he's been there 54 years. And to have someone working at a distillery who was there when that whiskey was made and watched it for 50 years mature until it was just at that peak of perfection to bottle it.
That's patience.
I mean, no one else has that. So
How
it's,
many died waiting?
No one dies in Scotland. We live
Oh,
forever.
okay.
It's because they're
It's a very
preserved.
healthy country.
Yeah.
Fermented.
They're pickled. Yeah.
We have a good time over there. No one wants to wait. We just wait for the whiskey to age. That's it.
Well,
But-
Slancheva.
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 Cheers, Scott.
It's a good
Cheers.
memory.
It's delicious
Yeah.
stuff. The first time I got to taste the Balvenie was at the Washington Athletic Club here in Seattle. And somehow I got invited, and somehow they poured a little taste of the 40-year-old. And I wasn't even 40 at the time. So it was just really odd to know that that had been sitting around longer than I had.
Yeah, it's a lot of our whiskeys, and I have this joy of just traveling around and talking about whiskey, and I get to meet some amazing people all around the world, basically. And what we're getting to enjoy is basically some people's dream whiskey.
Yeah.
People save up, and this is what they want for retirement, this is what they want for birthdays, and to celebrate with friends. And it's kind of nice to just get everybody together, and that's what we're doing right now. We're
Absolutely.
drinking some whiskey, but 40-year-old Balvenie is a little bit special. Uh-oh.
You know what this is, right?
I don't, but I'm scared.
This is the Carty question.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's almost like Carty against humanity. But I'm going to have Elisa draw the one Carty question. You guys will look at it. Do not say what the question is.
All right.
But this is just so you can think about it so that later on we'll have an answer, because this may be slightly embarrassing for them.
Do I not show anyone
to
else?
answer. You show the boys.
Okay.
We'll call them the boys for the rest of the show.
Oh, who knows?
Good.
And then we'll get your answers. Let me see what we have here, so because I need to know
Oh,
what
okay.
it is. Why did this happen? Okay, well, hang on to that.
Yeah.
All right. The topic tonight, that you started telling a story, and I cut you off to get to the Carty question because I wanted to use that as a selfish transition to the topic. See how it all works?
Selfish, narcissistic transition. The Carty question. At
It
the
is-
Carty party.
I know. It's a little awkward, isn't it?
I like this. Now it's a Scottish party. Now we're getting I like this now.
But the conversation topic tonight is about storytelling, because I know that each of you tells stories in what you do on a day-to-day basis, and you're also just plain old good, fun storytellers. Elisa, you get to tell it in journalism. David, you get to talk about with the product that you have and the history. And Galen, I don't know what you do, but you tell stories through music, don't you?
Sure.
You make up something about a girl and then you sing it.
Well, no. No, do you think that my endeavors are that base?
If you can't tell, Galen and I go back a little bit, and it could get awkward for the rest of you. So. All right, so what I want to know is how do you know when you have a good story to tell?
Every story is a good story
Why?
because it's intriguing. It's something I don't know. It's something that's I'm compelling. I think every story is. Don't you?
I'm the host. I don't have to answer the questions.
Well, I don't think there can be a bad story.
I bet I could prove you wrong.
No, you could be a bad storyteller,
Yeah,
but I don't
sure.
think it's a bad story because every story has a nugget. Everything has something behind it and layers that can be beautiful, that can be horrible, and
Yeah.
but I think maybe you could be really lame at
Yeah.
telling it.
True.
Do you think
Not that
that's,
I'm looking
do you
at
think that's
you.
possible?
Yes. Yes.
Do you
Yeah.
think do you think you'd be a bad storyteller?
I think that, I could just waste a lot of your all's time. Not that it's bad, being a bad storyteller, but come on. I could just.
Can I just say I'm feeling like a bad Jew right now because he's got letters on there that are Jewish,
Yeah.
the Hebrew, and I took Hebrew school for years,
And you
and I
don't know
can't.
what it says?
I have no idea what that says.
Well, I'm not going to tell you until you figure it
Oh,
out.
you've got to be kidding.
Can
Okay.
you, let me see it.
What is that?
It is
See,
a
there's a
story.
story
I bet
on
there's a
that.
story there.
And you know, another story is you're not supposed to get yourself tattooed if you're Jewish, so you must not be Jewish, are you? Okay.
So what's the story?
I was just checking.
The story is I clenched my fists the entire time, which is what you're not supposed to do. You're supposed to just be relaxed and breathe and just let the tattoo happen. But I was just sitting in that chair, just clenching my fists. in
Why?
pain
Why
the
were you
entire
doing that?
time.
Were you feeling something beyond the pain? Was there some? Is that a shalom? No.
Keep going, keep going.
Okay.
David, how do you know when you have a good story to tell? Because these two are going to go on all
Yeah, this is
night.
a whole new thing going on.
It's going to be an extremely long show. Noted.
I mean, for me, it's the characters in the story. I think is kind of what makes it happen. Like when you're getting to talk about something, we could stand up here and talk about whiskey and how it's made and different things, or we could report on a story or something like that. Unless you bring a little character to it, then nobody's really going to relate. But I travel around the country doing this, and the stories I can tell in New York and LA are not the same as what I can tell in Nevada and Las Vegas or Seattle. Everybody relates to things. So I think a good storyteller is someone who can kind of judge the audience a little bit. Like you have to kind of know what's going on. And a lot of what I do is it's semi like a stand-up comedy routine without any comedy. Like,
Just Scotch.
yeah, if it's not working, you just pour a little heavier, it's easier. But I go up and I try stuff out that I think's interesting in what I'm talking about. And sometimes there's just no reaction. I'm like, yeah, that's not any good at all.
What's one of the stories that fell flat?
But that's the funny thing. When you do it, you tell it to another audience, and they might just light up.
Yeah.
So you kind of, and I kind of think that's why it's like the stand-up routine, because you have to try it a few times.
Was
Because you
there
might
a
just have a
case,
terrible
though?
audience. It might just be awful.
Was there a moment, a case where you just felt like you totally bombed?
I've walked into rooms where it was a non-starter to begin with. I have.
Because they were all wearing kilts?
I don't like that at all. So we're lucky we don't do the whole kilt thing. Scotch has went on from kilts. We're not stereotypes anymore. We've been doing this for a long time. But my toughest
That
story
sort of
was...
pissed you off, didn't it, a little bit?
No, because I like wearing kilts. I love wearing a kilt, but people wear them for any occasion over here. It's the
So when you wear
weirdest thing.
pants, do you wear stuff under them, or is it just with kilts you don't wear stuff
See,
under?
now Elisa's
You
getting
know-
nosy.
This whiskey works well. I think.
Oh,
yes.
really?
I'm just going to say yes. I don't even know what the question was anymore. I'm just going to say yes.
Pretty
Generally,
safe
the
to
answer
do.
yes, yeah. But no, you can bomb. It kind of happens, but it doesn't mean it's a bad story. Sometimes the audience isn't the right audience, which probably means you made a bad judgment. But I don't know. I think you can. If you get good characters in the story, then it's probably worth telling.
Galen, I know you. I mean, you know so many things about music and artists, and I know that you follow a lot of different storytellers. But who do you? This I knew I was going to get into this with you. I love you, buddy. I mean, I do. In like awkward ways. Okay. But who do you think? Who is the best storyteller that you know?
Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain.
Who happens to work with the Balvenie? Why?
Because, you know, through using food as a lens, he's able to tell stories about cultures all over the world. Yeah. And he's funny.
Okay, you and your stories. I mean, you have told in your career with journalism, you've told countless stories. And I know you've covered some really heavy stuff. Is there a favorite story that you've covered through your career?
No.
No?
You
Is
want
there
me to
maybe a-
elaborate?
Yes.
No, you know.
Do you do
no.
improv often, Elisa?
No, never. No, because it's the favorite of the day. It's like the soup du jour. Everything is, my favorite in that moment. I've interviewed Barack Obama. I've interviewed Donald Trump. I didn't say how I felt about it.
Remember, you're in Seattle. Yeah.
But some of my favorite stories were everyday people who were going through unusual or extraordinary circumstances. There was a young man who was over in West Seattle, and he had a growth on his nose that he had lived with, and he never sat through family photos because he was so embarrassed about this. And everybody at the grocery store where he worked still loved him. And we got a doctor when I was on Northwest Afternoon to volunteer to do the surgery and to help him through, get rid of this large, it was seriously like a cauliflower nose. And I sat there through the surgery, and he was the most beautiful, loving, kindest person. And people said they never saw it. The people who knew him, the people who went to high school with him, never saw it, but he always did. And after, he was willing to take a family photo with his whole family after for the first time. And to me, that was one of the most beautiful moments. And he didn't.
Galen, as you sip that water, it's interesting that you grabbed yourself a handheld microphone because I know that you're getting ready to sing.
Yes.
Yep. So, tell me, Galen, is there a favorite story in any of your songs? Is there a song that you look at and you go, yeah, that was a fun one to tell?
Fun? This isn't about fun, Scott.
Especially when you glue that microphone to your chin.
This is the Louis C.K.
Yeah, it is.
approach.
Yeah.
It's just comfortable.
Just don't cup the top of it.
There was a script today when I was reading, and instead of it saying gun control, it said fun control. I didn't say the words fun control. I did say gun control.
It might have been good if you
but
did.
I think we should have some fun control down here.
You think so?
Yes.
Is there a song, though, that the story of it, you're just like, I could sing that one over and over and over and over and over and over? And over and over?
If it was
Yes.
a hit.
Yes.
Yeah. What is it?
So, well, most people don't know because I didn't tell anyone, but the whole first and only record that Pickwick has made,
Can't Talk Medicine.
correct, is about different artists that struggled with mental illness. Uplifting, right?
Yeah.
Oh, heavy duty.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Are you among them?
yes.
Aren't we all?
I think we all are, yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, the favorite one that night after night on tour, that I was able to connect with the story of that particular artist, was about a guy named Mingering Mike. So he was featured on NPR. Should I address everybody or just look at the camera?
You know what? It's your story. You talk to whoever you want, including that train going right by.
Yes, train.
Talk to the people on the train.
Yeah.
A little celebratory toot for Mingering Mike.
Anyway, he was totally insane. He had this entire imaginary soul singing career through record covers that he drew. And somebody, he had this storage unit, and he couldn't afford the storage unit anymore. And then somebody, got repossessed. And then someone at a record store bought this crate of his entire imaginary soul career told through record covers. But he went to the detail where he would also have a cardboard, fake vinyl record that he colored. Even with the, so one of the songs, the titles.
You've lost the title.
One of the songs on that record is about Mingering Mike.
Oh, so that one.
Yeah,
That
one.
song?
It was special.
Brother Roland, that's the one. Yeah. So, kind of like I would be,
It's a great
wherever.
song. That's a great song.
I like that song too. But wherever I was in my head when we would start that song, I was able to enter into his struggle, through the lyrics. And it was really centering. I don't know. It was always the first song we played on tour. And yeah, it was like centering strangely, about this crazy guy. So,
I remember because I was down in LA at the Getty Museum.
yes,
And when you guys played that, and then that
Probably-
fog bank moved in,
I know.
and your hair got really flat.
Yes, I know.
Remember that?
And that's my
Do you
story.
use product?
I do.
A lot?
No, I don't use a lot. I use
You've just
very
been a
little.
part of the biggest confession known to man.
Yeah, that's a big deal. No. Okay.
But honestly, the product doesn't do that much because it's normally like
Then why
this
do you
anyway.
use it?
I don't know, because it's just a ritual that I want to be a part of.
I
Please-
want to be a part of that.
Please tell me about. Look at your hair. Look at your.
It's
This looks
fantastic,
amazing.
isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah.
What
You
kind
want
of
to know what I
product-
use?
It's the same for shaving.
I
shave just as a ritual because I want to be a part of it.
that's overrated.
But come on, I don't have any testosterone.
No, you should grow a beard.
Can you?
No.
You look so soft.
Right?
Yeah, you do. You look
He
soft.
is so soft. He really is.
Why? What are you talking about?
Sorry.
What's your excuse?
For what? My
Not having a
soft,
beard.
Well, I shaved today for you because I didn't want to show you up.
You can't grow a beard.
I can.
Really?
Yeah,
A whole
sort of.
beard.
A little bit.
Where's your wife?
A little bit. She's not. She is hiding. Yeah. All right. So you're talking about Brother Roland, that song. Now, when you're writing stories,
Yes.
you're writing the story of this song. You're writing your song lyrics. Talk a little bit about that process for you. What is it that you're going through? I mean, are you one of those guys who has to get to a dark space, or are you just deliberate about your writing?
I mean, for the first record, it was all kind of living vicariously through these other artists. But for this record, it's kind of creepy.
Oh, you're kind of giving us a little tease right here.
Yes.
This record,
Yes, the current
Is
record,
it-
which has been recorded,
is it done?
is finished. Yes.
It is?
It is. It is.
Yes.
Yes. But I was listening to a podcast called Song Exploder by the Wilco guy, rock and roll band.
I know one guy back there is going to be really excited about that.
They make a living.
And you don't?
Well, I mean, come on.
No, I don't know.
The real way my hair stands
You don't
up.
just buy that shirt off the rack.
This is custom,
be
baby.
honest.
This is custom,
Yeah.
baby. He was talking about how he does a mumble track, right? So they're writing this. They're together in the
Yeah.
loft and they're writing songs, and he does a mumble track.
What's that?
It's where he's just singing, phonetic, ideas that come,
Like what? Can you do it?
like
That's
I
not
wanna,
pressure.
I wanna be a man one day, that kind of stuff. Yeah, but it fits.
I want to grow a beard like Scott.
Scott can't grow one. That's a stupid
'Cause
idea.
Scott has better shirts than me.
Will you pass down your shirts
Yeah,
to me?
I will.
And so I've discovered in this current cycle of songs that all the songs are about my subconscious. It's creepy. It's like the space for my subconscious to come out. And I'm terrified of my wife leaving me. Seriously, that's like the subconscious that comes out. Not that they're a risk. We're at risk for my wife leaving me because of what we've established previously, that I'm attractive.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm not at risk.
What would
Good
she?
hair,
What
bad
really?
shirt,
What would she
Scott.
run her fingers through
Yes. Right.
if she didn't have your hair?
But that's like my biggest fear.
Yeah.
And that's what came out while I was writing this group of songs, which is interesting. Maybe, who knows?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What about you? So, all right. So now, time for the Carty question.
Gonna give
Because
one more
what
dance
you
on
guys
that.
drew
So I'm a-
turned out to be the same question from episode 1.
Well, why'd you put it in there?
Because the deck is not stacked. Okay,
Okay.
it's all in there. So the question was, what's the most interesting thing you can do with your face? And as we saw with Ethan Stoll last time, he can basically make like a taco salad bowl with his tongue. It curls from every direction.
Is it like this?
Close. Yes. The hell? Why do I know so many people can do this with their tongue?
It's an upside down heart.
I can make a heart with my lips, but.
Actually, he doesn't go that far.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's the new question?
You can go ahead. Is there something? What's the
No,
most
it's
interesting?
that's done.
You're not
Go
going to
ahead.
do it.
Yeah.
David, did you want to do the face question?
I was going to teach everybody how to do a little face thing.
Okay, we're doing. What's the most interesting thing you can do with your face?
All right.
This is. We got to go with what's good, right?
All right, so who's got a whiskey with them? We got to do a little whiskey thing. All right. So the big thing about the whiskey is it's got a lot of flavor, and I have the worst whiskey because I have nothing in here. So
Oh, there's some over
I'm going to
there.
steal someone's real quick. So what I want you to do with the whiskey is there's a lot of flavor trapped in here. So what I want you to do is touch it with your pinky, and then you're going to rub it on the back of your hands.
Wait, can I
Someone
touch yours
help.
with my
Sure.
pinky? Your whiskey.
So rub on the back of your hand for about 10 seconds. And what's going to happen is it's going to evaporate all the alcohol. And what's going to be left is this beautiful, oaky, woody tannin notes in the back of your hand. And basically what you've made is Scottish cologne. This is really good stuff.
It's not ode to Home Depot.
No.
Way better than patchouli.
If you're in Scotland, you're looking for a date and it's not going well, this works well behind the ears. You'll be golden in no time. So the most important thing you can do with your face is just to nose the back of your hand. That'll work beautifully. But it smells wonderful.
It does.
It does.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it didn't.
Nothing smells good at the beginning.
But now it really
You've got to
does.
commit to smells.
I've committed. That's good. Yeah.
All right,
So
so
marriages love what?
so we've got the two
Commit and
things
smell.
Committed.
here from you. We're going to end on you.
What?
The most interesting thing you can do with your face.
Well, I don't know if you can see it.
You
Wanna
got to
come
hold
in
your
close?
mic up now.
Come in close.
All right.
I can make a heart in my lips
zoom
in
in.
the middle.
She can make a heart and her lips in the middle.
Can you see the heart? Couldn't you see it, Scott?
Well,
I
there,
have to look in the mirror to do
there are
it.
two things that come to mind, Elisa.
I don't want to. Want to smell my hand? Sorry.
No, I don't. No, not after that. Two things come to mind
Yes.
are you have a long way to go to become Kim Kardashian.
I know.
Okay.
With the
With the little pursed, little ducky lips. I do see the heart, but I also see my dog.
what kind of dog do you?
What?
Well, like when my dog walks away from me,
Like his butt? You saw my butt in my mouth?
and not
Your
your
butt- your
not-
dog's butt?
Not yours, but my dog's.
All right, we're done. I got you here.
Okay. Now, I told you I needed
Slunch
ginger
bar.
ale, not now.
Slunchava. Hey, let's hear it for our guests here, people, huh? Elisa Jaffe with KOMO News, David Laird of the Balvenie, and Galen Disston. Coming up, we're going to have a live performance with Galen Disston, and dude, seriously, in all seriousness, this guy, if you've ever heard his music with Pickwick, that's one thing, but when you get to hear him in an intimate acoustic setting like you're going to hear in mere moments, I promise you, you won't forget it. So thank you guys for being here. And thank you. Coming up, we got music.
Cheers.
Wait, can I?
All right, it's been a great night of storytelling. You've had some good stories, as you always do. A big thank you to Elisa Jaffe and David Laird. And now, it's all about you. Galen Disston,
Thank
the
you.
lead singer of Pickwick, with a
Yes.
new album coming out, When?
Don't know.
What's it called?
Not gonna tell you.
Play a song.
I lost myself on a cool, damp night. gave myself in that misty light. I was hypnotized by a strange delight under a lilac tree. I made wine from the lilac tree, put my heart in its recipe. Makes me see what I want to see and be what I want to be. I think much more than I want to think. I do things I never should do. I drink much more than I ought to drink because it brings me back you. Lilac wine is sweet and pretty, like my love. Lilac wine, I feel unsteady, like my love. Listen to me, I cannot see clearly. Isn't that she coming to me? Nearly here, lilac wine is sweet and pretty, like my love. Lilac wine, I feel unsteady. Where's my love? Listen to me. Why is everything so crazy? Isn't that she, or am I just going crazy, dear? Lilac wine, I feel unready for my love. I feel unready for my love.
Galen Disston with Lilac Wine by Jeff Buckley. Thank you for being a part of the Scott Carty Party Episode 2. Galen's going to keep playing, and if you subscribe to the email list at scottcarty.com, you're going to get a special link to the next, how many songs are you going to play?
Just dose.
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 The next 2 songs is going to be a little bonus for you. Thank you, everyone, and a big thank you to
Snot by Jeff Buckley.
A big thank you to Gatevalve Studio and Lauren Walker. A great venue here. If you ever get a chance, you need a place to do it. Have a party, not do it. That'd be weird. I mean,
Not to me.
I suppose if you're paying, you do whatever you want.
Right on.
Right. So there's that. And also the Balvenie single malt Scotch whiskey. David Laird is the ambassador for that. Thank you for them. The good folks up at City Market on Capitol Hill here in Seattle provided all of the additional refreshments, the fine meat and cheese platter that I saw you put your face into.
Just the meat.
Yep, just the meat. San Juan Cigar Company over there, rolling cigars here. My pal Zach Van Loo from 107.7 The End with the DJ work, and also the great guests, Elisa Jaffe from KOMO News. We mentioned David Laird, and you, buddy, Galen Disston.
Thank you, Scott.